On Tuesday, the 23rd of April 2019, the prestigious Island Club held its first 2019 election debate in preparation for the forthcoming Island Club's general election, scheduled for the 4th of May 2019 at the club's premises in Onikon, Lagos. The debate serves as an avenue for prospective candidates to make known their agenda and how they intend to promote the club to greater heights when elected into various positions being contested for. In attendance at the electoral debate were the Vice Chairman of the Island Club, Otumba Deji Vera Cruz, who is contesting for the position of Chairman of the Island Club, past Chairman of the Island Club, members of the Board of Trustees, as well as honorable distinguished members of the club. To formally commit the proceedings into the able hands of God, Chief Oluisi Jola led in the opening prayer, after which the Chairman, Electoral Committee of the Island Club, Dr. Adebodu Sanyaolu, delivered his welcome remarks. He urged members of the club as well as prospective candidates to adhere to the rules guiding the electoral process of the club, as he wished all the contestants the very best in the election.
This event or this activity derives its powers from the Electoral Rule 48, which says that the Electoral Committee shall organize at least one debate for all contestants before the election, and participation at election debate is mandatory for all contestants. Non-attendance by any contestant in at least one debate will attract immediate disqualification. The committee reserves the right to organize additional debates for specific positions or position as may be deemed fit. This is where we draw the bar for this activity. I want to say district members, we thank you very much for coming. The program of event for the day has been listed, and we sent me here. We have the Vice Chairman of the Electoral Committee 2019, Mr. Akinwumi. In addition to the Chief himself, the Onike Gebura of Lagos, Chief Gidis Dawasio, they will be anchoring the program. What we do in the committee is to delegate, so they will be anchoring it. You won't be seeing my face too much. I think Akinwumi will act as a timekeeper of the day. Please, gentlemen of the Island Club, I want to claim your indulgence, please. Let us respect different opinions here, so that there will be minimal rancor. And I want to ask for your cooperation, that please let us minimize repetitions in our questions, and especially in our comments, so we can save additional time and allow the contestants to put forward their ideas, which I think that is why we are all here.
The remarks of the Chairman of the Island Club, Mr. Olabanjo Ladakbo, who was unavoidably absent, was delivered by the Vice Chairman of the club, Otumba Oladeji Vera Cruz.
Actually, wishes all the contestants the very best of luck. Best of luck to everybody. Thank you very much.
The debate started off with a manifesto of candidates vying for the position of Management Committee members. The Management Committee is a group of 10 individuals who would interact with the executive members of the club in taking decisions at different levels to bridge the gap in some areas of the club, as well as bring about positive change and growth to the Island Club. A total of 12 persons are contesting for the positions, but only 10 were present at the debate. All the 10 candidates noted that it was indeed important to understand the rudiments of the club in order to function and carry out basic tasks that would promote the club. Some of the candidates that spoke were Mr. Adedayo Shojinri, Engineer Oladele Amoda, Honorable Chief Owolabi Koka, Dr. Grillo Afolabi, Ambassador Dr. Gani Ademala Lawal, among others.
In my own management stories, when you are running a program, at a particular time you sit back and take a holistic view of what you are doing, and then you decide using your SWOT analysis and see where you belong. I've come to the conclusion that to serve Island Club properly, you need to understand the rudiments of how it works. And the place to start is at the management committee.
It is my great pleasure to offer myself to serve our great club in the management committee to uplift the club to a greater height. In anticipation of your tremendous support, if I'm voted as a member of the management committee in the forthcoming election come 3rd May 2019, I promise you of my punctuality and unfailing attendance at scheduled meetings or when impromptu meeting is imperative. I will fairly contribute my transparent and objective views in due course without parochial inclination. Please give me your votes. You will not regret you did. Don't forget, Kuka is your cousin. Long live the Island Club, long live Lagos State, long live the Federal Republic, Nigeria.
I want to be active in Island Club and I want to serve because I want to add value. I want to be able to elevate ideas and hype up the quality of discussion and ideas in Island Club. Be a party to it, join it, participate in it, and then probably we'll be able to achieve something more reasonable as a party to the management committee of Island Club.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is always very good to start to know the club from the beginnings. And if you go into the constitution, you find out that the club is managed by 18 people, 8 officers, and 10 management committee members. And seeking votes and seeking support to be one of the 10 members of the management committee. I can promise you integrity, I promise you dedication, and I'll tell you quality discussions and the best of the direction of the club. Thank you very much for your attention and seek your vote and seek your support.
A manager must have a focus. In my years of experience, the teamwork is very, very important. While I want to solicit for your support is that I will work with the management committee to see that things go on smoothly in Island Club. Once again, I want to tell you that I'm soliciting for your support, that when I get there, I'm going to make sure that I team up with the officers to bring this club to the next level.
This was followed by a series of questions and answers from members of the club to the prospective management committee members. For the sports secretary position, assistant social secretary, assistant general secretary, honorary treasurer and the honorary general secretary positions, the candidates came out unopposed. Mr. Tunji Folami said his manifesto is based on getting the funds which will bring ideas into reality. He added that he would create an avenue for family time in the club, aside the yearly Christmas parties, in order to encourage family bonding.
The position of the social secretary is like a marketing manager. I'm an extrovert. I'm someone that have never scared about meeting people. I can raise up in I can walk into any office and make the negotiations. Quite some of the activities in Highland Club, probably we're not getting so much of the social life because we can't fund some of the best things we can do. I promise as a word of honor that when I become the social secretary, I'm going to tap on the individual effort, the corporate effort, and the collective effort of members to get us the best in terms of funding and making the best of ideas come into reality.
Mr. John Otubanjo and Mr. Babajide Winsala both stated that when elected into the position of social secretary, they will encourage training of staff members, promoting more social activities and encouraging healthcare events in the club.
As social secretary of the club, if voted in, the duty is to promote good quality service to members of our great club, hold good, effective social parties.
I want to offer myself and to tell you that we're going to have self-sponsored programs, branding of our Christmas party, serious sponsorship of our children's Christmas party, even improving the standard of our Friday job. We all know that weekend starts from Island Club. We enjoy ourselves at weekends after the tired time of work, the tired endeavors, the tired movement here and there. We come back to Island Club to relax ourselves. I want to give you a relaxing moment. When you come to your club, you will sit down, relax, and you reduce your tension. All the troubles and the problems of this world will be reduced at the Island Club.
A brief question and answer session followed afterwards. The next category was for the position of the vice chairman, the second highest position of the club. The candidates contesting for the vice chairmanship position of the club are Mr. Olufemi Aborowa, Mr. Kehinde Shita, and Prince Jide Sikuade. They're all focused on making the bar and catering section of the club a lot better with quality and affordable meals.
The constitutional responsibility of the vice chairman is stated in Rules 20, subsection 2, paragraphs A, B, C. Paragraph A mentions specifically that the vice chairman will stand in for the chairman in his absence. How do I intend to do this? I intend to do this by keying into the policy direction of whoever becomes the chairman of all these the four gladiators. Key into the policy direction, become the chief consultant and confidant in relation to club administration, and as a team player in the corporate world, and even in this club. House bar and catering, I will seek the permission of the chairman and management committee to split bar and catering. Two committees, split the bar and catering into two committees so that we can address the nitty-gritty. I've gotten feedback of what is happening in the kitchen and the house, and I intend to examine this feedback and make sure that the interests of members, generality of members, are addressed.
I'm seeking your vote for the position of the vice chairman. In actual fact, this is my third take. And I believe in our law, you need to display interest as we've been hearing from the club. You shouldn't be tired until you are able, if you are actually interested in the club. I know what is expected of the vice chairman, that is to take the work and assist the chairman when he's not around. And I believe with the knowing of the working of the Island Club, I will genuinely assist and support the chairman.
My personal experience in the last 4 years indicates the need for better brotherly relationship and love in the club. The club was founded by the club founding fathers for love of Nigerians and members. Do we see how that conviviality in the club amongst members? No. We need to restore peace, unity, and love among the members. I will kickstart the healing process by apologizing to all who felt and still feels I wronged them in the past. I'm very sorry. Please accept my apologies. Vote for love, vote for service, vote for maturity, vote for pragmatism, vote for Jide as the next vice chairman of our club.
Swiftly afterwards, comments and questions followed. After a session of question and answers, the chairmanship debate commenced with 4 aspirants contesting for the #1 position of the prestigious Island Club. The first aspirant to speak was Prince Kola Abumere.
My aspiration is born out of a careful succession and planning. My study at making successful past chairman of Island Club, dripping attributes of insight, foresight, commitment, responsibility, and ample time in serving the club. I have an agenda and a team leader. I will aggregate the best view of my colleagues in management committee. My current business and partner schedule will afford useful time to serve you at the highest level within and outside the club. Follow through any desirable course of action for our progress in your best interest.
After which, Prince Adelano Adeshida spoke. The former vice chairman of the Island Club, Prince Adelano Adeshida, centered his manifesto around uniting members of the club and ensuring that fraudulent activities are not recorded. He talked about creating platforms and programs that will generate funds to speed up the completion of the car park. He also talked about the welfare and adequate training of staff members of the Island Club, bringing in more chefs to the kitchen, as well as providing a functional Wi-Fi in the club.
Like, if you have received my messages, I'll be hammering at 3 things in my manifesto. Unity of members of this club. And I've been wondering why I make it a priority. I'm in this club actually every day. For 2 years, I was vice chairman. I didn't travel to the US to see my family. I was here day in and day out. I know what is happening here. We have a lot of disunity. And a club cannot function well if we continue to have this kind of disunity. So I'm going to make it my priority to unite members. The account section. Thank God. Let me give kudos to the current treasurer of the club. In fact, he's a good man. He's a man who knows what he's doing. And I hope my friend who's coming, Shigolo, will learn from him. We have to work more, though, to discover fraud in the club. There's a lot of fraud going on. Thank you. So we are going to work more on the accounts and make sure we're able to detect more fraud.
Barrister Adeyinka Shogunle, former vice chairman of the Island Club, in his remarks said he possesses the physical, mental and attitudinal ability a chairman should possess to function effectively. Barrister Adeyinka Shogunle emphasized continuity as his watchword and said he would maintain and build on various infrastructural projects in the club.
My passion and emotion for this game club has gotten me to be directly and indirectly involved in the physical development of Island Club. The administration led by late Chief Binani Obas Academy designed the paper cup. I was the Assistant Social Secretary and the Assistant General Secretary under the administration of Chief Olufalomo that paid the architects that designed the paper cup. I was the General Secretary under the administration led by Chief Olademi Lucas that built the paper cup. I was the Vice Chairman under the administration led by Prince Ademola Dada that raised funds and celebrated the 70th anniversary of Island Club and kickstart the piling, the construction of the multi-story car park. I was the Vice Chairman under the administration led by Oladipo Okoche Design, who installed CCTV cameras to enhance the security of our day club. If elected as the next chairman of Island Club, I will not only maintain all this infrastructure on the ground, I will improve. Thank you very much.
The last speaker, the incumbent vice chairman of the Island Club, Otumba Olatiji Vera Cruz, pleaded with members of the club to vote for him based on his performance in the various positions he has held in the club over the years. He took some time to highlight some of his contributions to the club. Otumba Diji Vera Cruz added that he would ensure that corporate organizations support various projects in the club, especially the ongoing construction work at the car park, which has become a necessity to complete.
Gentlemen of the Island Club, in this election, I'm going to ask you to produce your support for me. First of all, on my past performance in the offices that I held in the Island Club. I served as management committee member, in which when the then assistant general secretary was indisposed, I stepped in to act as assistant general secretary, and then I wrote almost 75% of the minutes, which made the then management committee and members of the Island Club to recognize my prowess in management of the affairs of the Island Club, starting out from there. And then in the following election, I was elected and opposed as the Assistant General Secretary. And then later on, I became the General Secretary in the Island Club.
This was immediately followed by questions from members of the club, which he provided answers to. The event was brought to an end with a vote of thanks delivered by the chairman, Electoral Committee of the Island Club, Dr. Adebodu Sanyolu.
Gentlemen of the Island Club, I'm highly educated, disciplined. I want to commend your patience. I want to commend your contributions. Honestly, I think you've had a very good time. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Secretary, sir. Please, I want to thank you, all members of the committee, all the done, the vice chairman, the anchor for today. I thank you, gentlemen. God bless you.
From BISCON Communications, we commend the display of sportsmanship by all the contestants. We wish them all the best in the forthcoming election of the prestigious Island Club.